Hello everyone, my name is Dobby, covered in floss, and this is my channel about cross-stitch. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much, and if you're a new one, I do hope that you are going to like what you see here and you're going to just click on this subscribe button and come back in the future. So today is December the 30th and I decided to do my December recap, tell you about a few things, also what was happening in general in 2024, because I am getting ready to film my whip parade. This is going to be big one, so I wanted to just get it separated so it's not too confusing. So now December 2024 and the general recap of the year and my whip parade and plans for 2025 are going to be filmed separately. So December was eventful. I thought that I didn't stitch a lot, but I had my Startappalooza, so I had altogether I had 19 new projects, 19 new starts. All of them are going to be shown in the whip parade. I may think maybe I will just get the all the videos together and just put them at the end of this video. So if you saw them, you can just skip that. If you didn't and you would like to, you can just watch them in one go, so you could see what I was doing actually in there. So watching that, you will see that basically on most of the projects I didn't have so much stitching. However, I still managed to do 9,612 stitches in December. So I think that this is a really good result, and it means that in 2024 altogether I stitched 121,000 stitches, which is amazing in my opinion, especially that I had a time, I think it was between the end of April until the beginning of August that I didn't stitch. My stitchy bag was gone completely, so I was just dealing with other things then, but no stitching. So in 2024 in general, I worked on 55 projects and I had 6 finishes. So with the finishes, I'm going to insert the pictures here. So let me just get to my notes. So I had the most gorgeous, and this is just in the no specific order. So that was cats. They are just chasing each other, and this is a mayhem here. So if you hear strange sounds, if you hear some meowing, everything is fine. They are just chasing each other and greebles. So the finishes, my 6 finishes, I'm super proud of that. So I had Clarice. I called it Clarice. It's called Have the Lambs Stop Screaming by the Witch's Stitcher. And this is my finish here. And I'm super proud of that. I'm at the moment trying to find kind of Victorian frame. I was already just started thinking if I should just create one for myself. I am not very artistic in this way, but I was thinking if that's, for example, would be possible to make something with hot glue on a normal black frame and just but I will see that. I will see that. So that was my first finish. Then the second one, this is the Froggle, Heart Froggle, and this is a design by Sen Needlework, And I know that Sen is working on their next Froggo design, so I'm super, super excited. Then the next one, that was a design created by me, stitched by me, finished by me. And this is like the a very personal joke. I told this story so many times, I'm not going to repeat that, but this is some inside joke between me and my boyfriend, and this is, there is no roof on the horse. So this is something that is connected to our holidays in Ireland, and I'm super, super proud. And his face when he was gifted that, he was just like laughing so hard. Then the next one that I am the most proud of is the portrait, the stained glass portrait of one of my cats, Peppa. And it was custom created for me by Luthien Art. So this is just, it's gorgeous. Look at her, just look at her. So I am very, very proud, and I cannot wait to finish her sister's portrait as well, so I can have them framed in the same style, so they can just like hang next to each other. And this is so gorgeous. Then the next one, that was the Wretch's Sacrifice, so one of the series from Night Spirit Studio. So this is Demons and Witches Woodcut series, and I am stitching all of that, not at the same time of course, but I have all of the patterns, I think, and I already have the new one started as well. So this is the Wretch's Sacrifice, and again I am looking for like perfect frames for that. I think that this is my third or fourth from the series, don't remember at the moment. But the thing is that I want to have them not in the same kind of frame, but I want to have them similar. I want them to look old, kind of distressed, with predominantly black, with just like some kind of like washout distressed look and so on. Just like I have the vision in my head. It's very, very difficult to translate that to other people. So that's why I just like, I'm waiting for the frames to be found, to just jump on me so I can see them and say, this is exactly what I want. And the last but not least, that was Six the Musical by Taylor and Cromwell. So Six is one of my favorite musicals. I was lucky enough to see the original version when they went on tour, and they came here to Munich, and I stitched the specific lines with the floss color corresponding to the dress, to the costume that was worn by the specific queen. So I am very, very proud of that. So that was 6 of my finishes in 2024. So I think that this is a pretty good result, especially that in 2025, it just gives me some hope that in 2025 I want to have 25 finishes. So it's going to be like 4 times as much. Can I do it? Maybe. Let's see. I am one of these people that believes that if something is below 10,000 stitches, I can just whip it like that. So let's see. Let's see. But okay. So that was the finishes, and I am super proud of that. And now I'm going to show you what I was working on from the not new starts in December. So I am going to show you the things that I was stitching on. So the first one is Alliance. It's from World of Warcraft. This is one of the like emblems that I am stitching for my friend who is obsessed with WoW, and that was designed by Macaronka Stitch on Etsy. This is what it is going to look like when it's done. And I will try to show you one next to the other when it was when you saw it the last time and where we are now. So this is where we are now. I'm just trying to get that in the frame, and I do hope that I will be able to get the next one next to that, so the previous version next to that. So I was working mostly here, just like filling in some stitches, and I did 219 stitches, so I do hope that I will manage to push it a bit further and have it done next year for sure. Then we have something that I mentioned earlier, so that was Millie, the portrait of Millie. So this is what Millie looks like, so it's just like my gorgeous baby. And here is her portrait, and here I will just try to show you what it would look like when it's done. And this is a bigger one, so I don't think that I will be able to show you where we were the last time and where we are now, but I will just try to push it somehow. So here, the last time you saw it, and now. So I do hope that I will be able to show you. Oh, as you can see, it's just like I just took it out of my hoop because I am working on that all the time now. You can see there is still like a needle and a thread here. So I started filling in. She looks so good with these greens. Her sister is pink, but Millie is definitely a green girl. And in December, I managed to add 4,204 stitches to her. So we are over 50% now, so I'm super happy, and I really believe that I will be able to finish that next year. And now the last project that I was working on is Modern Folk Embroideries, No Time Like the Present. So this is what it looks like when it's finished. I am stitching that with 3750 and 400, so 2 DMC ones, and I'm not sure if there is going to be so much of a difference if you will see that, but I think that this is visible, especially just like in one place. So this is what it looked like last time you saw it. And this is where we are now. So as you can see, I was working mostly on the filling here. And I added 426 stitches. I still love working on that. And just like, I don't know what Jacob does, however, the pattern just flows. And it's so amazing. So these were the 3 ones that I was working from, the ones that you already know. Then there were just like the new starts and so on. However, there are also a few projects that you saw this year, but you probably are not going to see next year because they are going to be UFO'd for now, for the time being. It's just, I do not have so much joy from them as I would like to. So give me a moment. I'm just going to pause and grab the ones that I can show you where I stand and so on. so I will be able to show you everything. And then back. Sorry, there is just like a lot of fabric in front of me at the moment, and of course the cats love it, so there is just like lots of jumping already. So yeah, what is going to get UFO'd for the time being at least? Some of them are going to be UFO'd probably forever, because I just don't enjoy that. As much as I love the patterns and so on, I do not enjoy working on them. And I have enough of things that I love, that bring me joy and so on, that I really don't have to deal with anything that didn't just like evoke the same kind of feeling and so on. So the first one is something that I am very, very disappointed with. It's just like, I don't know if I'm disappointed with the design, with myself and so on. However, this is a picture. This is art that I absolutely love. And this is Cosmic Lover by Medusa Dollmaker. And I got it from their shop after they left Gecko Rouge. And unfortunately, recently when watching Flosstube, I started noticing that people are complaining about the new charting, because definitely the charting is done by somebody who's not a stitcher. And this is also something that I started noticing on Cosmic Lover. And as much as I love it, it's just like, I don't think that I'm going to continue with stitching, because it's not the same. It's not flowing. So this is what I have done. So not a lot, it's about 1,000 stitches here. But the thing is that in this place, there are 5 or 6 different grays. And as much as if you're creating shading and so on, this is something that looks good, this is not needed here. Completely not needed. And here in the design, in the art, there is like a star or something. It looks like a blob. So just having this experience from the beginning, I really don't want to continue, because I do not think that it's going to get better when the design, sorry, just some kind of fluff, when the design gets a bit more complicated. So unfortunately, this one goes away and probably will never come back. Then the second one, and this can be a surprise for everyone. This is something that I really, really wanted. Okay, so there is a cut butt just like disappearing in the box where I normally keep my bags with the project. So I don't know if you can see her. Hello, this is Peppa. Yes, milady, what you doing? Okay, she's diving. So this is something that I absolutely love, and I love watching other stitchers doing that and so on. For me, no. It's too much confetti, it's too much of everything. I love the pattern, I love the design and so on. I don't want to stitch that. Stitching like a teeny tiny bit, it was like 170 or something stitches, took me absolutely forever. And it made me not want to grab it once again. And as you can see, it's a biggie. It's a whole blanket. This is where I am now, just like, you know, all around the place. And what is that, you ask? So this is stitching shelf by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I got myself the supersized max color version, and probably that was my mistake. So maybe in the future I will consider having like a supersized version with regular colors, not necessarily max colors. However, if I could connect with somebody who could show me their first square 10 by 10 in supersized, not supersized max color, and show me if that's again like 5 million colors in one place, then that would be awesome. And if that's not so many colors, maybe I will consider that. Excuse me. There is a face in one of my project bags at the moment, so a cat face. So yeah, this goes away. And now another one by Amy Stewart, but this one will come back. This one will come back. I love it. I love the pattern. It's just like such a tedious stitching at the moment. This is Little Dreamer's Tree, again supersized max color, but in here it's a bit different, because it's not a very wide pattern. It's super long, but it's not very wide. I will try to put the picture here, however it's just like you cannot see that. It's the best to just go and check that on the Heaven and Earth Designs website to see the mock-up or the picture, because this is just like, it's definitely showing better. And this is where I got. So definitely there is something and there is some progress, and I want to continue in the future, just not now. I have a lot of full coverages and so on, and this one just doesn't call to me. The next one is also full coverage and another hate. This time this is John and Ride and Butterfly Fairy Queen. So here's the design, the art, and I am not the biggest fan of butterflies and so on. However, I fell in love with this one. I cropped it a bit, because there's just like the top and the bottom, there's just like parts that I don't want to stitch on and so on. However, when I lost my progress on Pattern Keeper, since then I didn't feel like getting back to that at all. So it may come back in the future. However, again, I have more other projects that call my name more often. And the last one, and this one I think that is going to be restarted on 22 count or even 20 count, because I started that on 24 count strumming, and that was one of my first times with that. It is ridiculously stiff, it is ridiculously annoying, and I just don't feel like getting to that and stitching on that because of that. Just like, so as you can see, I have it still on my frame, so here just a bit, so you wouldn't even guess what pattern that is, but this is Dr. Plague from Unconventional X Stitch, and this is art by Christopher Lovell. So it's just like, this is amazing, it's beautiful, I love it. I just don't want to stitch on this specific one. So let me just take my needle minder of that, put it to the side. Let's wait for the floof to probably just start climbing on that, and let's see. But this is just like, these are the 5 ones that I am not going to be continuing now, at least in 2024. 5. There's a cat here now. Oh, we'll squish her. Come say hello. If you are here, come say hello. You fluffed it, you. Hi. So as you can see, this is a cat that is full of shenanigans. There are shenanigans to be shenanigans, so she wants to go. You're not going. You're staying. You're in the video now. No, she's going. Bye-bye. Now you're going to eat something. Of course, she is very, very interested now in my frame because she is obsessed with zip ties, and I had like the side tension created with the use of zip ties. Hello? You good there? Okay. So she's just doing something now with the zip ties. So this is what I am not going to be continuing on in 2025. Who knows, in the future, maybe at some point. But as you could see, so the patterns that I am putting aside for 2025 are all full coverages. I always thought of myself as a full coverage stitcher. However, recently I am so drawn to non-full coverage stitches, to samplers and so on, and this is what is happening. This is what is happening, and this is what I am going to be doing a lot, I think, in 2025. But I'm going to tell you about that in my whip parade and in future videos. However, if you think about stitching samplers, you need to think about proper fabric. I did it, and I have a haul. So let me show you. But as the fabrics are in a super crinkly bags, I will pause for a second, take the frame from here so the cats are not too into that, and I will show you the fabrics because they are just gorgeous. So see you in a moment. And we're back. So everything is out of the bags at the moment. The cat is also out of the bag, but somewhere. If there is silence, I don't trust the silence. So yeah, you never know what's happening. Let's see what the light situation is going to be as well, because I needed to close the window now. It's getting a bit colder. So first, let me show you the fabrics that I got from amazing Megan. Megan Coffee Craft Fabrics. So this is just like, is it? I don't know if that gets... No, it prefers to show my face. Doesn't matter. So I do hope that I will be able to show you the colors as they are, because they are absolutely perfect. So I got a lot. I got a lot because these are exactly the colors that I was looking for. Yeah, so I couldn't just get one, and I was just traveling to the UK, so I was just like, yeah, so the delivery is going to be amazing and it's going to be super quick with me, and it was. And now I am just like fawning over that because this is just like, oh. So most of them are going to be 28 count even weave. I think that one or two are 32 count, but I will just like mention that. So Megan doesn't name her fabrics, so I'm just going to show you. Look at that. It's showing almost true to color. There is a bit of less peach, more purplish in there, I would say, but it's just like a bit of purple, a bit of pink, orange, this peach and swan. It's absolutely gorgeous. So this is number one. Number two, so this is 32 count. I am so in love. Let me just show you maybe the other side. Yes, this is what it looks like. We managed to get it true to color. gorgeousness. It just like my head is at the moment just running around because I already have all the ideas what I'm going to stitch on that, what's going to be happening, and so on. So it just like watch this space because there are going to be a lot of new starts, a lot of even more. Then the next one, and this is just like when you look at that when it's folded, just like light blue, nothing special. And then you open that and you have like this grayish, in my head it's kind of like molded sky, as if you had mold over sky, and it's just like, it's absolutely fantastic. I love it. I love this fabric so much, and I have so many ideas. Then the next one, so this is like, I think that it's going to show more like gray, but it's kind of bluish purplish with gray. But the mottling on that is just stunning. This is just stunning. I cannot, I have no words. So in love with this. Then we're getting to purple ones. This is like a proper purple. Look at that. This is the marble. It looks like marble. It looks so exquisite, so luxurious, and so on. And of course, my problem at the moment is that I can't stitch with like normal thread on that. I cannot just like use DMC and forbid using CXC on that. So now I will be looking for some specialty threads, some fancy threads, and so on. Yeah, my wallet is not going to like it. And now, this one. I died when it arrived. Look at that. It's a bit more intense in real life, more pink, and I absolutely love it. It's just like, it's so juicy. Yeah, it's juicy. And look at that. Pure gorgeousness. I just cannot. And now something that is already in use. So if you remember, I stitched Dragons of Sumatra by Ink Circles. I'm not sure if I have a good picture, but I will just try to just insert that here. And I love it. And recently I got myself finally the Forests of Sumatra, but I was just like, I cannot just like stitch that with normal stuff. So there will be some crinkling. So first, I had a vision in my head, and I was just like, okay, it needs to be like autumnal, like fall colors. And I found this beautiful, beautiful silk with Mrs. Sedas, and this is Sienna. So look at that. I love this color. So I wanted to stitch that on green. And first I ordered another piece of fabric. However, when this green came from Megan, I was just like, yeah, this is the one. This is the one. And I will just show you where we are now, because of course I started already. So that was the start, that wasn't included in the Startappalooza. But this is where I am with my forests. And it's just glorious. I'm so in love with that. It's just like I cannot even express. But as I was just buying stuff, so the first fabric that I bought for actually the forests, this one is called Forest Jasper, and this is 32 count Murano from River Hut Designs. And it's another glorious one. But it wasn't green enough for my liking for forests. But of course, I already have ideas for that, so do not fret. There is definitely use for that, but I love it. It's gorgeous. And I was lucky because this piece of fabric was ready to ship. It was already dyed and it was ready to ship, so of course I just like grabbed it. So that was this one. And I also got like an offcut, a teeny tiny piece, what it's called. Give me a second. I should have the bag somewhere. Spooky Screams or Spooky Screams. One of those. It's just like, this is like a delicate purple, and I love it. Just like so pretty, so pretty. So I was really lucky with these ones. And definitely I want all the fancy fabrics. I want all the fancy flosses at the moment to stitch all the fancy things that I have in mind. So yeah. Let's see how it goes. And yeah, of course, when I was stitching, when I was doing all this stuff, I was watching people. I was watching Flosstubes. So let me tell you who I watched and who I would like you to go and watch as well, because they're all amazing. So again, I am late to the party because I only recently discovered Stitching by the Shore and Jen's Fiberweb. Why did nobody tell me about them before? This is the perfect stitching ASMR. Both Jen and Laura, they have such beautiful voices that I could just like listen to them all the time. I am so absolutely calm and in such a good space mentally when I watch them and I stitch when watching them. This is just like, oh, the best thing ever. And now, a bit different, Thread Gremlins. These ladies, I totally do not recommend stitching when you're watching them. You will be laughing, you will lose your space, you will maybe pee yourself even a bit. In some places, I was dead. I binged all their videos and then rewatched some of them, and I cannot wait for the next one. And basically, I would like to be Elizabeth if I ever grow up. Elizabeth is so calming and so composed. And then there is Caroline, as if I was watching myself, cranked up a bit. And this is so hilarious. And then there is Amy. Amy is just like this quiet friend who is just like that, just I want to hug Amy so much because she is this presence that is there and is kind of a connector with you, with Elizabeth, Caroline, and so on. And this is just like, all three of them have so beautiful patterns and designs and ideas and so on. And with my forests, because this is a very, very variegated thread. I was stitching, because of Elizabeth, I was stitching trying to get as much of variegation control as possible. This is your fault, Elizabeth. Your fault. So yeah, that was just like my new discovery. Then another one, I think that they recently posted their 5th video, cat hair stitchers. Hilarious. Again, amazing. I just love watching when there is just like more than one person and so on, and like the rapport that they have with each other. And of course, lots of cat hair in the stitching, so I can relate. I can totally relate. And then we have 2 super, super fresh ladies. So we have Becky Butler. Becky just had her 2nd video, and the moment, it just like first 5 minutes, and I was just smashing the subscribe button. She is just my kind of person. I was laughing so hard and so on, and she's amazing. Go give her a watch. And then the 2nd person, Flosstubes. Flosstubes. The name of the channel, that was enough for me to just click subscribe. And then the projects and their sense of humor and so on, it was just like, yeah, my kind of girl. So definitely, I'm just going to link everyone down below. Go give them a watch, give them a follow for the new ones and so on, because they are so worth it. So if you like me and my content, I think that you are going to love them as well. So yeah, I think that that's it for the December recap, 2024 recap. Now I'm going to just clean the mess that is all around here and try to film my whip parade and my 2025 plans. And let's see if that's going to work today, or if we need to move that until tomorrow. So, if you're interested in my Startappalooza and you don't want to click on separate videos, I'm just going to get it all together, and it's happening like somewhere now. And if you watched that, or you prefer to just like click separately on the videos, feel free to just skip this part as well. So yeah, I will be back with Whip Go. There is Whip Go as well, with Whip Parade. And definitely I will try to be coming back more often to you in 2025. So let's see how it works. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I absolutely love Flosstube and the community and the people that I met through Flosstube, because you're all amazing. So thank you so much. Have an amazing day. Lots of stitching, and see you soon. Bye-bye. Hi. And suddenly a wild Dobby appears. So I mentioned that in my Flosstube, however, as the video hasn't been posted yet, so you haven't seen that yet, but in December I'm going to do a Startappalooza, so I'm going to have a new start every day until Christmas. So there are going to be 24 starts. I have a list of them, and if I know what I want to stitch, I'm going to use with what I want. I'm going to go with what I want. If I don't know what I want to stitch on, I'm going to use Tiny Decisions app. So yeah, but today I think that I know what I want to stitch, and this is going to be a quote for a Barbie movie. So this is Steph X Stitch, and I'm going to add the picture of the finished design here. And yeah, so let's see how's that going to be. I'm going to show you tomorrow where I got, and yeah, so this is going to be your month with Dobbin at the moment, my lovely, lovely people. So yep, thank you so much, and let's get stitching. Good evening. So the first day of my Startappalooza went well, and it was so exciting. So yeah, yesterday I stitched on the Barbie quote by Steph X Stitch, and this is "Do you guys ever think about dying?" And I will show you where we are at the moment. So it doesn't look like anything, you only have like the heart that is pretty visible, but it was so much fun. Even though it turned out that I cannot stitch. I was always just like saying that I cannot stitch to 10. Sorry, we have a visitor because she loves all the threads. Say hi. Say hi, you squish. No, she don't want to. Hello. We look like twins. Go. So even though I always say that I have issues with counting to 10, apparently I have issues with counting to 5. So that's a new skill unlocked. But still I managed to do 247 stitches yesterday, and this is 247 stitches out of 2,796 stitches. So I am at almost 9%. So it was just like, it is amazing. I love smalls. Apparently I love smalls at the moment. So today I was wondering what I want to stitch on, and I was thinking about one of the Caroline Mannings. However, it seems that I would definitely need to deal with the fabric that I have. So I will show you. This is just like, I have this olive green fabric that I think will be perfect, but the thing is that it's not serged, so I would need to deal with that. So I think that I'm going to leave that for the weekend, or one of the days when I am at home throughout the day and so on, so I can take out my sewing machine and deal with the edges. So this needs to wait. And then I was just like going through the fabrics that I have and so on, because I know roughly what I want to stitch on, but the issue is that I just have a bunch of fabrics. I didn't match yet the fabrics and the patterns, so that is still somewhere in the making. And this is also super, super exciting, because I want to really stitch from stash, from what I have or what is somewhere already ordered and so on. So we will see what it looks like. However, it seems that this way, let me just take, oh no. I just wanted to show you what I am going to stitch on today, but it seems that for the pattern keeper, yes, I have this one here. So I just extracted one PDF page, so it was a bit easier. However, I am going to stitch Self-Worship by Night Spirit Studio, and come on, this is what is going to look like when it's done. But I am wondering still which of the fabrics is going to be better. So at the beginning I thought that I'm just going to use this coffee craft fabrics, so this brownish that I showed you the last time in my Flosstube. But then I came across this one. And on one hand, it feels like a bit ironic if I use that, but on the other hand, that's going to be, just wanted to say, that's going to be bloody perfect. Exactly. Because if you haven't noticed, in the pattern, I'm just going to show you once again, just like going to make it a bit bigger. You see? It's a uterus. So, don't you think that this fabric is going to be perfect? I am going to try. Let's see. So keep your fingers crossed. Have you joined by any chance, maybe? It was just like super spontaneous. So yeah, I'm going to try and let's see what it looks like. So keep your fingers crossed and we see each other. We see each other together, yes, as well. We see each other tomorrow. Bye-bye. Hello, everyone. It's Toby here and day 3 of Startappalooza. So, first of all, apologies for what you can see, because I am absolutely knackered. I was in the office today, and as I live at the end of everything, getting to the office takes me 2 hours one way. So, and it means early starts. So I am absolutely exhausted. But it's not going to stop me from starting a new thing. So I am pretty excited. And yeah, let me show you what was happening. So, as some of you guessed, of course I started the self-worship by Night Spirit Studio here on the bloody fabric, and I absolutely love it. So it doesn't look like much, but just like here, it's going to be actually much subtler than I expected to be, and it's perfection, because this red on black fabric, as it was in the model stitch, it was amazing, but it was very much like in your face. And here, this is just like, you know, this is the thing that we are dealing with. This is what it looks like, and this is just like sublime. My uterus is okay, not my uterus. Okay, not going to go. The stitching is sublime. So I managed to do 157 stitches. So I think that it was really good for one evening. And basically I could continue, but no, because we have more starts planned. So once again, this is what you can see. Gorgeousness. Really gorgeousness. I love it. I love this pattern and so on. So at the moment I have prepared everything. I would just, so it's easier for me to later go back to the start. So I have my fabric. I made, for all the things that I'm starting, tiny floss cards. So I'm making them as I start the project. So this is just like a super tiny floss card. The floss card goes in between, and then I wanted to show you that first, but as I have it here and I already presented that to you, so the fabric now is going to be held together with a needle. So next time when I want to just like get back to that, I just grab that from, it's definitely going to be a bigger thing, but for now this is my bag of starts. I need a bigger one for sure, but for first days it is enough. And today, and I can actually show you that, I won't need to add the pictures here. So let me show you what I will be stitching on. Just let me grab that. Yeah, it doesn't have a, it only has a pattern. I would need to go to Etsy what it is, but I will just get that. I thought that I will be able to show you that, but apparently not. So I will need to go to Etsy and get the model. So I will show you what it is, but this is designed by the boho stitcher. And now let me butcher French. C'est toujours la même merde. That didn't sound so bad. Do you speak French? Was it okay-ish? So I absolutely love this pattern. I have it not started for far too long. But on Saturday, we are actually meeting friends. And this is like my favorite couple in the world that I met through work. And the female part is French. So this is going to be a tiny Saint Nick's gift to them, especially to her. So yeah, I'm super excited. So I have this pattern and I thought, what would be good? What would be good to stitch it on? And I found in my stash, I found fabric that I got ages ago when I was in the Fabric of the Month Club by Sparkleys in the UK, pre-Brexit, so I could still do it. But I thought that it is going to be the best, the most ridiculous fabric for that ever. Look at that. All the yellows and all the pinks and peaches and so on. It's just going to be perfection. However, I still need to just like look at that very intensely because I cannot decide if I just want to stitch it with black or if I want to use something purplish. But I will think of it. I will just do the floss toss. Let's see what wins, because my first choice was the 29. Does it? Of course it doesn't want to. 29, but now the more I look at that, the less sure I am. So we shall see. What do you think? Not so much. Not so much. So definitely decisions. Let's hope that my brain is ready for this kind of decisions. So fingers crossed. And tomorrow you will see the results. And let's see how the stitching goes, because I think that altogether it's 915 stitches, something like that. So I am planning to have it done by Saturday and fully finished. So fingers crossed, because this is going to be an endeavor, because of course I am not going to abandon at the start, but I still am planning to finish that. So thank you so much. Let me know if you started anything, if you got inspired by me to start anything. Not necessarily any of the things that I'm stitching on, but maybe something. And we see each other tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hello everyone. So today we are at day 4 of Startappalooza. It's a bit earlier than the previous days because I am having a really strange day. I'm at the moment at my lunch break, and I decided that I want to put at least 2 stitches into something new. And I was thinking about a completely different project. However, this one feels like something that I would like to actually do, to kind of maybe hit that dopamine thing in my brain and make me feel a bit better. Let's see. But yesterday I was stitching on the always the same stuff in French by the boho stitcher. Here's the picture. And I was super proud of myself because I actually managed to put 301 stitches. So I am almost at 1/3 of everything. So there is a huge chance that I really will manage to finish that by Saturday. Unfortunately, I would need to change my plans regarding the frame, because the one that I had was designed for a smaller project, but when I started stitching yesterday on the fabric that I showed you, I decided that for that to fit in the smaller frame, I would need to stitch that 1/1, and I wasn't having that. I absolutely wasn't having that on 28 count and opalescent fabric, no. So I did it 2/1 and 2/1, 2/2, and here is where we are. I have no idea what the colors look like at the moment, because just before starting filming I blinded myself with my lamp because it's so grey. It's like it's before 1 p.m. here, but it's so ridiculously grey that it feels like the evening. So I have all the lamps around, and my neurodivergent brain does not approve of the existence of the big light, so I have lamps around me. So I don't know how the colors are showing, but actually I decided to use color 35, not 29 as I was thinking. So 35, it just like, it pops and it gives like extra color in that, and I think that this is just like absolutely perfect. So I am going to, this is not landing in the back with the other starts that I had, because I will continue on that. So probably during my next Flosstube update you will see a finish. Maybe not in person, but at least a picture if it is really given to the recipient before that. So that is that. And now talking about the new start that I have for today. So I was thinking about something else, something small, but yeah, unfortunately I decided that the only thing to kind of give me a proper pick me up is another full coverage. And on Facebook I am in the group Free Patterns by Visha, and there was one that I absolutely fell in love with. From what I know, she's using like AI and art with no licensing. I don't understand this stuff, especially, so I cannot give you the artist. However, it's just like this picture speaks very much to my autumn person soul. So it is called Folk Art Cabin, and let me show you the picture here if I can manage to remove the glare. I think that it is showing pretty well here. And when I saw it for the first time, I absolutely fell in love. Unfortunately, her patterns are there as they are created in the Pixel Stitch Net, so they are not pattern keeper compatible. So it is going to be a bit of a challenge for me to go back to like a PDF reader, like a normal PDF reader, and just like mark stuff. But I managed to do a whole full coverage on that, so maybe it's just like it will make me to slow down with my stitching a bit and not try to just get everything all together. And also another challenge that I'm just like putting on myself is just I found, you know, if you were following me on my channel, is that I from time to time I experiment with fabrics, and then I decide that I want to do something on one fabric. I just like get millions of meters of that and so on, and then I decide that I don't like it. So that was the case with 25 count stitching over one. It's just like it wasn't good for me. However, I decided that I'm going to give it a try again, and let's see, maybe it's just like something clicked in my brain, and maybe I will be able to also use the magnifier finally, so it's just going to be also something different. But it's just like on 25 it's not that difficult to see the holes and so on, so maybe that's not going to be needed, and maybe I will like it. So I have like a big piece of that where I also, as you can see, that was one of my I break for UFOs starts on that, when I was just doing full cross, and then I was doing a bit of a full cross and half cross. So things were happening here, but basically I think that I am going to try stitching this pattern on 25 count 2/1 tent. Let's see if that even works or not. It's just like this is the project, this is the art that I know that I will have fun stitching on that in general, because I love the colors. It is very much the colorway that I am craving at the moment. I don't know what is happening, but it just like I crave the browns, this browns, oranges, and so on. Anything that is like kind of connected to autumn. So I want to have fun stitching that. So let's see if 25 is going to give me that. Not necessarily this is one of the projects that I would ever want to have completed. I know that this sounds strange, but I think that in this case the process is going to be more important than the project itself or the progress on the project. So this is just going to be a bit of slow fun for me. So let's see. Yeah, I have absolutely no specific goals in there. I just need to poke brain to make some dopamine. So I will come to you tomorrow with the update on how it went, and with the information if my brain is now accepting 25 count. Thank you so much for following me during this crazy month with lots of starts and so on. It just hit me that my whip parade is going to be huge. Let's see. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Good evening, everyone. So today is the 5th of December, and this is my 5th day of Startappalooza. So it seems that I'm going to have a new start every day of the month, not only the 24 days that I planned at the beginning, because there is more and more patterns that I feel that need to be started. So let's see how it goes. So yesterday I started this one. So the folk art cabin by Free Cross Stitch Patterns by Visa on Facebook, and I cannot tell you how many stitches I did because I used like a normal PDF reader on that, so I don't have like a proper stats for that. However, I managed to do a few half stitches, so a super teeny tiny start, but I'm happy with that. At least something, and I really felt that I wanted to stitch that, and even if that's just like a very tiny start, I am happy about it. And for tonight, I planned first of my Carol Manning designs. So I told you that I was going to wait until the weekend so I can prepare my fabric. However, I feel that this pattern resonates with me very, very much, so I think that I need to start it like straight away. And let's see how's that going to go, because this time I'm going to use Stramin 24 count, so just a white Stramin, and this is a super, I'll show you just like this piece of fabric. You can basically just fold it and keep it like a book, it's so stiff. I tried to wash another piece, but it didn't help too much, so I guess that I just need to work with that. In a moment we can hear some, yes, so that was Peppa, sorry for that. And yeah, I lost my thought, but she's okay, good. So I'm going to start the avocado toast. So as a proper millennial, I think that avocado toast is fitting. So I want to stitch some blocky colors. I was thinking about another Caroline Manning pattern, but the other one feels too blocky at the moment, so I think that this one can be just like a nice midway for everything. So thank you for sticking with me. Apparently it just like it makes me laugh so hard because I am being Do I have a stroke now? I think so. I'm being me. I'm being real me. And it seems that I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I'm just like losing followers like crazy. So if you are still here, thank you. If you feel that you don't want to be there anymore, sorry for that. I hope you have a good life. But for those who are staying, hope you have a good evening, and maybe you'll stitch something as well. Until tomorrow, bye-bye. Hi everyone. I survived the week. It was the strangest week ever. I'm super happy that I managed to keep up with my Startappalooza. This is awesome. But I'm just sitting here now. Had a super long day at work. It was like 10 hours today, which with my stress and anxiety and so on, I got up before 5 and started working at 5. So yay. And at the moment I'm still so pumped that I thought that I was going to have a nap after work, but no, it's not working because my body is still in the fight or flight mode. So yay. But yeah, this is the end of the year, pretty normal. So hi. So I told you yesterday that I am starting the gorgeousness called avocado toast. Let me show you that. Oh, can I get like a right? No glary. Almost. So I was starting avocado toast. I started that on the 24 count stramen, and it was pretty funky because the fabric is just like so super crunchy that it was okay, that's going to be interesting. And I was just like starting that, but I was stitching, and I did like over 125 stitches. So just like look, the fabric, just like you can basically fold it like a card and so on. But I was stitching and so on. Let me show you what I managed to do. Folding. So this is what I managed to do. It looks pretty good. 24 count, definitely it's not going to be my favorite, but I have it. Why not use it? Fun. And so I was stitching that, and this looked pretty bluish, but trust the color. Trust the process. The colors are just, there is a lot of like these greens and so on, so maybe there is just like a blue added to just pop it up. I somehow didn't look at the list of the colors. And then I'm going to my pattern keeper. And I'm just like clicking on avocado toast because I wanted to put the stitches that I did into my spreadsheet. Avocado toast is empty. 0 stitches. And I was just like, okay, I already had issues with Pattern Keeper because of my tablet. Maybe Pattern Keeper itself also has issues. But okay, it's easy to recognize what is what. But I look at the pattern and just like, something's wrong here. So I went back to the list of my patterns. Of course, there was no progress on avocado toast because this person was stitching on this caddy that was just next to avocado toast and pattern keeper. So yes, this is how my week is in everything. Of course, I love Scuddy. I wouldn't buy it if I didn't, but it wasn't what I wanted to stitch. So, yay. So I was thinking, I was starting avocado toast today on a different fabric. Let's see. I don't know. So, today it is either the avocado toast or I'm just going to stitch on something as easy as possible. One color, maybe some blocks, not too much thinking. I don't know. Who knows? There is still a few of things on my list, so who knows what you're going to see tomorrow. But I will show you what I was thinking about. So, number 1. So, this very much reflects my week. I have this beautiful pattern from Ba Meow. Claire, if you're there, come back. I miss you. So, amazing Claire designed that. I hope you stub your face. I'm going to have it stitched and have it over my desk, always. Jesus, I look like a creeper, sorry. So that, or amazing Stephanie X stitch with the Field of Ducks. So the Field of Ducks, let me just show you the PDF. Behold the field in which I grow my fox. Lay thine eyes upon it, and see that it is barren. I very, very much agree with the sentiment. And I had plans for tonight, but I texted my boyfriend and he's just like, I cannot do it today. My body is alive, but my insides are dead. So I may just stay at home and stitch. You go have fun. So he managed to just like get our friend to go to the game with him on my ticket, so super happy. I'm just going to sit here and stab fabric thousands of times because I need that. Tell me, how was your week? I really hope that it has been better than mine. And normally if somebody says that you should have gone out, you should have just like get it off your chest, I am going to have 6 days in a row when I'm socializing. My social battery, hearing that, already needs at least 3 power banks. Send energy. So yeah, I hope that you're having a good evening, that you can stitch a lot. I'm going to find something stupid to watch in the background, and that I will probably turn off after 15 minutes because I cannot concentrate, and I will just like watch Flosstube because Flosstube is always good. So yeah, I guess see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday I was talking about how strange my week was and that I survived. I forgot that Friday is not the end of the week. So yeah, we still have a chance. Yeah, so things are happening. I was thinking about just like really doing my stitch with me and just like spill all the tea because it's just like I just cannot. But I'm here with the day 6 of Startappalooza. So I've been planning to start like already about an hour ago, I think, but let me just try if I can show you. Sorry. This is the current situation. This is the current situation. You are just blessed with a Peppa Boop, the nosy boopchu. So yeah, unfortunately stitching with this one on my lap, and she's sometimes so adorable that this is just ridiculous. At the moment, unfortunately, I am given only one hand, so I'm not sure if I will be able. No, I won't be able to show you, understand what is happening, but I think that you actually may be able to hear purring, because she just plopped. She's perfectly round here in my lap, and she needs loving. So I'm just going to show you what was happening. So yesterday I was telling you about my mistake with the pattern and so on, that instead of avocado toast on Thursday, I actually started the Scuddy by Carolyn Manning Designs, but I wasn't sure what I was going to decide on. I had like a few contenders on what I would like to stitch on and so on, but avocado toast won. I don't know if you see the if there is a glare. There isn't a glare, but you get the gist. So yeah, it has been started, and I basically grabbed like a random 18 count piece of Ada that I had just like in one of my fabric bags, and I started stitching on that. And I have to tell you, I think that 22 count that I do my full coverages on and so on is definitely just like, it gives you like this nice tiny stitches and so on, and you don't need to struggle with 2 strands of floss and so on. But 18 count, I think that 18 count is and always will be my comfort stitching. So let me show you what I did yesterday, and I hope that nobody is going to try to attack my stuff. Yes? You sleep, baby. Yeah, you're so sleepy. Always sleepy. So here is where we are now. Today I don't have the light over me. It's just like it's still early. It's around 11, I think. So I have a rotisserie chicken at the moment. So yeah, it's still 11, so I decided to use a bit of a nightlight, daylight, so I can show you. So this is 271 stitches on 18 count Ada, and basically I think that I may be coming back to 18 count. That was like the best stitch ever, I have to tell you. That was really the best stitch ever, and I am absolutely obsessed. And for today, I think that I will be continuing on the avocado toast, because it's just like it feels so good to stitch that. I don't know if you noticed, but it's just like the fabric is not serged and so on, because I just grabbed it, and now I don't want to do anything with that because I just want to stitch on it. She just cannot find a good position. Just like, yeah, the ultimate comfort. I will show you in a moment. But let me show you what is the plan for today. So this is something that I saw being stitched by Kaylee 10 Stitch, and I was obsessed. I was obsessed from the beginning. When I saw it, I grabbed it straight away. But then I kind of forgot about it. I had it in my Google Drive, and I didn't put it into my cross-stitch pattern folders. Sorry, I'm just using one hand to open stuff because the other hand is being used by a floof now. So I didn't have it in a correct folder on my Google Drive, so it was just like going away. And now I was just going through my Google Drive to check if I have everything in good positions, in good folders, and I found it. And I just got reminded how much I fell in love with that. So this is a pattern by based on the original art by Kari Naken, and the pattern is by D20. So I had no idea that D had a Flosstube as well, and I am obsessed at the moment. I was binging their videos, just like, this is awesome, and I'm going to go back. So yeah, let me show you. This is Trans Pride Tapestry from Stitch for Pride 2021, okay? I was given my other hand at the moment, so I can show you. It is ridiculously adorable. There will be a lot of black. There will be no black stitching, but there will be a lot of white stitching. And when I saw that, I was just like, geez, I need to start straight away. But I didn't have a proper fabric for that. It's just like, it needs a really good fabric. So I was just like, okay, I need to like put it a bit to the background, but just remember about that. That's why it was already in the pattern keeper and so on. And exactly the next day, I got my fabric of the month for November from Extra Design. So this is 32 count Lugana. I'm not taking that out of the bag because it's going to be too complicated now, but this color is just gorgeous. So it is like it is from Juice Bright line of fabric. So it looks like a very delicate lime, I would say, and it's going to be perfection for this one. It's absolutely going to be perfection, and I'm so happy that I can start. So yeah, this is what we are going to be doing today. So as you can see, I'm very much in greens at the moment. We're definitely going to continue on the avocado toast and start on this one. So let's see how it goes. But now let me just grab you closer, and I am going to, sorry for the view, I'm going to change the camera. It didn't work. I think that when you are filming you cannot change it, or I'm just like not versed enough in the, but let me show you. This is Peppa enjoying some morning cuddles. She basically comes to me, plops, and she's just like, Dobby, we're cuddling now. You have no choice. So, we wish you an awesome Saturday. I hope that you're going to have a lot of stitchy time, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Ah, sorry, that was my finger. Good morning, it's Dobby here. It's Sunday morning, Sunday, December the 8th, and this is day 8 of Startappalooza. So it's morning, I'm still finishing my coffee, and I was just like thinking what to stitch today. And I think that I am actually in a perfect mood of the one of the designs that you were already made acquainted with on my channel. However, I decided that I didn't like what it looked like on the fabric that I was doing, in the colors that were just like charted for. It wasn't the vibe for me because I need something different. So, but first, let me show you what I did yesterday, if I find it, because of course I started packing everything because I just took pictures for Instagram for the last week. So yeah, I just took pictures for Instagram for the first week of Startappalooza, then started packing everything, completely forgetting that I should show you. So yesterday we were starting on the transparent tapestry, gorgeousness, uncanny curry, and these 20 pattern, and I did exactly 62 stitches. Now I did more, but I I had to unpick a few, but it just like, this is where we are. So it looks like nothing still, but again, super nice pattern, lovely to stitch. And just yesterday, the day again was just strange. I was planning also to stitch on the avocado toast and so on. None of these plans worked out, so basically, sorry for that, I need to just pack it in, otherwise Peppa is going to come and play with this stuff again. Yesterday I was just chilling on the sofa, and when I got up I noticed that she got one of my bobbins and she basically dragged that through the whole room floor, but she did it so perfectly that it was just like laid down in a perfectly straight line. So the bobbin was next to me, but it was just like, you know, unrolled, and I didn't hear a thing. So she's a sneaky sneak. So yeah, that was yesterday's start, and today's start is, so again, what you already saw, but okay, I don't have it. It is only a pattern, so I'm just going to insert the original model picture here, but I'm going to show you what I did with that. So this is the Witch Stitcher and Leave Love Lobotomy, which is originally in whites and greys, but I decided that I want to be girly, but unfortunately I'm still dead inside. So I'm going to make it in pink. I did the conversion myself and I'm so freaking in love with that. So yeah, this is what we're starting today. So I do hope that you have an amazing day and that you will continue to follow my journey with the new starts and so on. And just looking at that, I still have some time. Maybe we're going to have a stitch with me today. Let's see. Okay, have a good Sunday, everyone, and speak to you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Hello, everyone. My name is Dobby, and this is day 9 of December Startappalooza 2024. And today I want to show you what I worked on yesterday and what is planned for today. So I told you yesterday that I was going to start on my own conversion of the Patreon pattern from the Witch Stitcher, Leave Love Lobotomy. And I have to tell you that I am super happy with how it works out on this fabric. So if you recognize that this is the same fabric that I was using for the official version, so it's unknown fabric that I got ages ago on some kind of handcraft fair. Sorry, I just like got a complete I blanked out on English names, so I would just say messe. So yeah, I got it during Messe, and unfortunately I do not remember who I got it from and so on, and it's a pity because it's absolutely gorgeous. But I managed to do 128 stitches on that yesterday, and definitely it will be worked on soon because I did enjoy it very, very much. And today we're getting into something something maybe a bit different. But first I'm going to show you, it's just like basically this is still the same sentiment kind of. So here is just the most sparkly fabric from Sparklies. So it's the 28 count even weave fabric of the month ages ago. So I cannot even, it doesn't have a name. That was fabric of the month from January 2017. So as you can see, ages ago. Yeah. And today I am going to start this beauty on that. So this is a free pattern from Noctiflora Designs. Hex the Patriarchy. So yeah, I feel that I very much need that in my life. So I hope that you are having a really, really good day, that your week started nicely, and that you will have a lot of stitchy time. So thank you so much, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Hi everyone. So today you're going to see me in a bit of a different setup, because today I am staying overnight in the office. So not in the office. We have like a tiny apartment here. So as I need to be here for more than one day, sometimes I manage to use it. So this is awesome. Let me just like give you just like quick view just behind me. So it's almost like a hotel room, just without the service, but not going to complain, absolutely. So today we are stitching in a workplace. I was already laughing that I am going to just after work I'm going to change into my pajamas, put on face mask, and just sit in the community area stitching. But no, not going to do that. It's around 7 p.m. but I know that some of our lawyers are still here, so we do not want to scare lawyers because they are very, very delicate species, so we are not touching them. So yesterday, sorry, I'm just going to be, unfortunately I need to hold my phone in my hand because I don't have my stand here. But let me just like quickly get where we are. So yesterday I was stitching on Noctiflora Designs Hex the Patriarchy. So I do hope that I will be able to show you what it looks like. So this is what it's going to look like. I hope that I didn't kill my tablet. And as I didn't take with me the stitching that I did yesterday, I'm going to insert the picture here, what I did. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot because recently I'm just like so extremely tired that if I get over 100 stitches a day, it's a huge success. But even with that, it's just like progress is progress, starts are starts. So I did 40 stitches on that, but with 40 stitches I am over almost, no, 2.35%, so it's not that bad, not going to complain. So today, because of course that I took some projects with me, and today I am planning actually to start on something that I should have started on ages ago. Let me just like open that because unfortunately this is not in the pattern keeper. So I need to type it in my Google Drive. And I just realized that it's not going to work because my tablet is not connected to office Wi-Fi. So I'm going to show you. So I'm going to stitch on a Spicy Disaster here. I'm going to put, because of course I was just like relying on the design being on the PDF, but I completely don't remember it now, so I'm going to put the name also somewhere here just to let you know. And I'm going to stitch that on, this is a piece of raw linen, almost raw linen, I think. Cannot tell you absolutely what count that is and so on. I would guess that this is somewhere between 28 and 32, but don't quote me on that. This is a funny story with this fabric because wherever I go, I always look for cross-stitch stuff and so on, and this one I actually got in Oslo in Norway, and that was the only kind of stitchy stuff that I was able to find. So if you are from Norway, let me know if you have cross-stitch shops, because I'm lucky with this find because this is just like a really, really gorgeous raw linen, so I'm not going to complain about that. However, yeah, it was a bit surprising, but maybe I just cannot look. So I do hope that you have a lovely evening. Cannot believe that it's day 10 of our Startappalooza adventure, and I'm going to be back tomorrow with another project. Thank you for following along. Bye-bye. Good morning. Today we are starting early because in the evening I'm going to have some festivities with my team. So I think that even though that I am not like the party person, it may be a bit later when I come back. So I decided to just film today in the morning. So let's see. As you can see, I just showered, had my coffee already, was running around in my pajamas. So yeah, no lawyers there. Nobody got scared. No face masks on my face as well. So even if I met anyone, that wouldn't be such a terrible experience, I hope, for them. So yesterday I started on the Spicy Disaster. So I'm not a hot mess, I'm a Spicy Disaster by White Raven Patterns. This one, perks of staying in the office. I could print the cover page as my tablet is not connected to the interwebs. Thank you, boss. I'm allowed. So yeah, so I started that yesterday. However, just like it's the smallest of starts, because as you can see, this is only this bit. So it's basically just a bit of this part. And it was really nice to stitch in general. However, it just like here is a bit of a different lighting situation, so it was a bit tiring for my eyes. So I spent the rest of the evening stitching on Avocado Toast by Caroline Manning, that I absolutely love. Not going to show you that because you saw it so many times already. But today my plan is the big comeback to my favorite series. So it's the Demons and Witches woodcut by Night Spirit Studio, and I'm going to stitch on the Demon's Feast. So Let me just pull up the photo of the model. So this is this one. Oh, no, perfect. I absolutely love these ones. So as always, I'm going to stitch that on 32 count piece of Zweigart. This is the printed one. This is vintage mocha, vintage marble mocha. There is vintage and there is mocha, I think, in the name. So yeah, this combination is just to be confirmed. So I'm going to stitch that on this one. It took me a moment to go back to that because I thought that I didn't have any more fabric. However, not only I have this piece here, but I found like a huge bit extra, so definitely I will be able to stitch everything. And as always, I'm stitching that with 3371 monochromatic, very, very easy, so it should be a pleasant stitching. So yeah, I hope that you have a good day, that you can do a lot of stitching, and we see each other tomorrow. Bye-bye. Good evening, everyone. My name is Dobby, and this is day 12 of my Startappalooza. And I am just observing a cat that is doing Mission Impossible style attempt to get into my backpack, to my work backpack, but okay. Bye-bye. See you. So, as you can see, I am back at home, and it is nice to have a place to stay when I need to be at work more than one day in a row, but being social a few days in a row, it's not for me. It is absolutely not for me. I love my team. They're just absolutely amazing, but just like I can see how tired I am, and I was tired before, but now it's just like, this is just like, nope, no thank you. I just need my time now. So I'm back home, and I just cuddled cats and cuddled boyfriend in this order, of course, because priorities. And now I have coffee and tea, and I can stitch a bit. So yesterday I had a tiny start on the next in the series of the Demons and Witches Woodcut by Night Spirit Studio. So this time is the Demon's Feast, and let me just show you what it is. So I love it. I had like the tiniest start on that because it was, as I told you, it was in the morning, so it's like 46 stitches only. How to show you that? 46 stitches, but 46 stitches, this is something. I didn't stitch more yesterday and today for most of the day. I was trying to fight off like the worst headache that was just on the verge to become a migraine. However, I managed to get it in the right time. So at the moment I am slow, but I'm alive at least. And it's just like, I don't know how I achieved that, because you could, if you suffer from migraines, you can feel like the aura from time to time if you have like migraines with aura. And I was just like, it was so close, it was so close, but I got it. Cat. So today I'm going to get back to slow stitching and something that is just completely different, a different style. This is a new pattern that was released by the Free Cross Stitch Patterns by Visa on Facebook. Peppa, she's in a full raccoon mode, and I have to tell you that I fell in love. It's called Dramatic Poppies, and they are very dramatic. I just saw them and this is just, I really need to. So I'm going to start on that. And again, this is something that, as it was created in Pixel StitchNet, so it cannot be uploaded to Pattern Keeper. But maybe this is like a bit different quality. Maybe it will be possible. I will try. If not, I'm just going to use a PDF reader. And my friend Emily, hi Emily, was telling me how much she loves stitching on 20 count Ada, and this is easy count. I got myself some. I was just wondering because I wanted to get easy count, however, as you know, for full coverages I like 22 count, but 22 count as a hardanger, it doesn't come pre-gridded usually. No, never. Have you ever encountered 22 count that would be pre-gridded? So I was just like, okay, I'm going to give this a try, and I'm going to do that 1/1 full cross stitch. And I think that this pattern is going to be perfect for that because it's pretty light. So even if I'm not like fully sure about the coverage, it's going to be okay. So I don't mind. And this is going to be my new start for today because I need that. I need poppies. I need dramatic poppies very much. So I'm just going to start some Flosstube in the background and start stitching. Fingers crossed that it works out. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Good evening. It's Friday the 13th. It's very, very late. It's like 11 p.m. Today we're filming much later than I would normally do that, but it was work, then there was existential crisis, then there was a bit of shopping, and then I was at the ice hockey game. We won, so I do hope that my voice is still there. As you can see, there is just still the rest of makeup because I had some client meetings during the work day, so it was just like, it was a lot today. So as it was a lot, I think that my choice of pattern for today is going to reflect very much sentiment, my sentiment towards the whole day. So yeah, but first, so yesterday, if you remember, I just started the amazing pattern called Dramatic Poppies. That was a free pattern from Free Cross Stitch Patterns by Visa on Facebook. So just to remind you what it's going to look like when it's done. It was a very, very unplanned new start. It wasn't in the list and so on, and I started stitching that on 20 count that Emily, hi Emily, recommended me. Oh my god, I cannot find now where I stitched, and I have to tell you that it was absolutely amazing. Jesus, as you can see, I just like grabbed a piece of fabric that just arrived, and I just started stitching, and I didn't cut anything anywhere and so on. So now I need to handle the fabric to be able to show you how much I did yesterday. Woof. Sorry. I had it nicely folded, but with the stitching inside. I didn't think of it, but I will need to show that today. So here we go. As you can see, it's quite a lot. It was a really, really nice stitching. I think that, let me just quickly check, because I managed to put it into the pattern keeper, but you cannot search for the symbols, so you're just like marking the squares in there, but it works perfectly for me. So I did 391 stitches. So I think that I'm going to continue on that over the weekend, but it was just like amazing. So today, as I said, I will try. I feel very, very much that I should, not that I should, I want to stop the fabric and stitch this beauty. So let me just get, come on, just hiding view PDF. So it is by Cranky Cat Cross Stitch on Etsy, and I fell in love with that. So let me show you what it's going to look like when it's done. Is it? Yeah, I managed to cut it without the glare. I am underneath my tablet here. So it's goeth and ingest a satchel of Richards, though fornicator of motherhood. It's perfection. And I am going to stitch that on, let me just take it out from there. I was wondering if I should just do that on white, but I think that with this yellow frame, it may look really, really good on this gorgeous fabric. This is 20 count Ada that I got from XG Designs. That was fabric of the month, Bright, in October this year. So yeah, I started with 20 count, but then I decided that for this kind of fabric I want to go with 32 count even weave. So that was my only 20 count, but now thanks to Emily, who knows, maybe I'm just going to be getting more of it. Let's see. But here I think that it's going to look really, really good. Let's see. So I do hope that you have an amazing weekend. I will be filming definitely over the weekend as well, and this is the only thing that I'm planning to do over the weekend, because I had 6 days of socializing, as I was telling you, and my social battery is completely out. It just like it is completely depleted. If I am going to communicate with anyone, it's going to be only online and only in writing. So yeah, now off to take off my makeup, put on probably some face mask, and stitch at least a bit. So thank you so much for following my journey, to just like being here with me. I do appreciate you. So have a good night, and until tomorrow, bye-bye. Good evening, everyone. It's Saturday, the 14th of December, and this is the 14th day of my Startappalooza and the 14th project that we are going to start today. So it's been already 2 weeks, can you imagine? And yeah, I am super excited for the rest of the month as well. So let me just show you what I did yesterday. So yesterday I was working on the Cranky Cat cross stitch pattern satchel in just a satchel of Richards. So this is what it's going to look like when it's done. I absolutely love it, especially just this very intricate border. And I started that on a piece of 20 count Ada by XDU Design, and this is where I am. It looks super bright. It's not that bright, just trying to everything gets somehow brighter when it's next to my super pale face. So this is like a border going down, and basically let me just check how much I did yesterday. So I did 194 stitches, which gets it to 2% already. So very exciting. Packing that back, because as you could see there was a loose-ish thread, so Peppa would be very interested. And today we are starting on something that made me laugh so hard yesterday, because yesterday while stitching I was watching Cross Stitch Jess, and she was showing her new start, and I saw that earlier on her channel as one of their planned starts and so on. I fell in love and I absolutely had to have it. And this is from the X cross stitch pattern X on Etsy. And oh, there is no model, so let me just show you the mock-up. This is the astronaut and T-Rex. How glorious is that? And when I saw this pattern, I was just like, okay, I need to get that, because I have a perfect fabric for that was waiting for its time. So this is Owl's Dark Magic from Chromatic Alchemy. It just takes such a pity that unfortunately Chromatic Alchemy is not dyeing her fabrics anymore. But look at this beauty. Don't you think that it's just going to be perfect on that? So I'm very excited, and I'm just getting to stitching. So thank you so much, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday, the 15th of December, and it's still pre-midday, so good morning. It works. Today is the day when we decided that we're not going to do anything. It's just like I am just after a very long, amazing bath. My hair decided that we are entering some kind of strange Marie Antoinette phase, so I'm running with it. Let's see how it's going to work, because recently my hair tries to prove me that actually it's not straight, it's not wavy, it's curly sometimes, but you never know when it decides to go with that. So yeah. So today, start number 15. When I show you my start from yesterday, you're just going to die. Because yesterday I was so super ambitious, and I was just like, okay, we are doing that. I am going to stitch my T-Rex and astronaut and so on. Amazingness. So let me just check if... No, I forgot that on the PDF we do not have the cover picture, so I need to go to mock-up again. So this is by X cross stitch pattern X on Etsy. And this is what is going to look like when I'm done. So gorgeousness, amazingness, I am in love. And I have this piece of Al's Dark Magic from Chromatic Alchemy, 32 count, sorry for the crinkling. And it's just like, I'm going to stitch on that and it's going to look so amazing. It's going to look so amazing. But the thing is that my stupid brain thought that it would be a good idea to start that yesterday at 10 p.m. This is not the fabric that we stitch on at 10 p.m. So, this is what I managed to do. It's 2 half stitches. I'm going to go that with full cross. So I cannot even count it as 1 stitch. So, yeah. I'm going to at least finish these 2 stitches so I can add something to my stats, because it's just like, but I was laughing so hard that it's just like, really brain, you thought that it is going to work. No, it wasn't. So now I am just going to so yesterday I stitched on the avocado toast because I love it and it's easy and it's nice, and I did it. And today I'm starting on something completely new and completely different. And basically, that was supposed to be a sal with my Emily. That's why I had this 20 count Ada prepared, and it's still going to be a stitch along with Emily, but it's not going to be start along because I think that Emily is still waiting for her materials for that. But it's just like, I couldn't stop thinking about this pattern today, so I just need that. I need that. So this is going to be Mini Greater Cat. This is the artwork by Léa Roche, and let me show you what it's going to look like when it's done. Okay, trying to get rid of the glare. She's so beautiful. She's so absolutely beautiful. So I need to do that. And it's just like, I was wondering if I want to stitch the full size or if I am okay with mini. But when I looked at mock-up, of course the definition is a bit different. However, this is not bad. This is the mock-up at the moment. Oh God, the glare. Today we have sun suddenly, so it's trying to, so yeah, this is what it's going to look like. So I'm just going to start that on the other side of the 20 count fabric that I started the poppies on, and this way I'm going to also have comparison how 20 count works on the with the dark colors. And if I like the coverage with 1 strand of CXC on that, I think that I may be in the future for my full coverages be moving to that, because the light colors look amazing. So let's see how dark ones are going to go, because this is proper Ada, so it's a bit stiffer. It's not like super stiff like the ones that I got like the 18 count recently and so on. But this has this Ada feel. And with 22 count, it's a hardanger. It's a bit different. It's a bit different weave. It's a bit softer and so on. So I think that 22 count, and especially that 20 count comes pre-gridded. And it's just like, I'm so bloody done with gridding. I'm done with gridding. I just tried, I'm doing that. I'm using the friction pens and so on. I used the water soluble ones as well. Good. Okay, let's see. As I'm saying, none of my stitchy creations are heritage pieces because I don't have children and I do not plan to have children. And my fluffy children do not care if it's done or not. They care about the flying threads, so it's okay. So at the moment, I think that I am still more like the process/progress stitcher, not necessarily like the project/end result stitcher. So at least not on full coverages. Of course, they're gorgeous and it would be amazing to have them on my wall, but as I proved to myself already with my finished full coverages, that I finished them, and then I would need to think about framing. I would need to get them framed. I would like to get them professionally framed. And it's just too much to my brain, so it kind of lands in the drawer with other finishes, and that's it. One day I'm going to grab everything and have it done and have it like nicely framed and on my wall, but it's not going to happen today. At the moment, I need the stitching as such. This is the stitching, this is the stitches one after another that I need. Hi! That I need, not anything else. Definitely I would need the, in 2025, with my 25 finishes for 2025, this is going to be a lot of finishing of the smaller pieces, but it's a completely different story. It's a completely different story. So yeah, that's why at the moment we just do the stitching. So I do hope, sorry, I was just like rumbling. I do hope that you have a good stitchy day, that the weather is also good wherever you are. And Emily, I hope that you don't mind that I'm starting that. And I hope that you will be able to join me soon. So have a good day. Love you lots. Bye-bye. Good evening, Flosstube. Today is Monday, the 16th of December, and it's evening. I wanted to film a bit earlier, but I got a bit distracted. But finally I can just exit and show you what I have done. So yesterday I told you that I wanted to start the mini Greater Cut by Lea Roche, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and I managed to start it. But let me quickly show you what it's going to look like when it's done, and I'm showing you the mock-up because in my opinion mock-up is gorgeous. So here is the kitty, and I actually was pretty proud of myself because I managed to do 145 stitches, and it turns out that 20 count is also pretty good for dark stitches. So let me show you what I did, and let me show you the story about me and margins. Apparently I am so excited with my all new starts that margins are a bit forgotten, but as I said, none of these are going to be like heritage pieces, so I don't mind so much. So as you can see here, I have like a, this is what I did. Let me just grab the lamp so maybe it just shows a bit better. So that was a bit of 939 and lots of 310, and I have like only this 3 squares as the margin. It's about 1.5 inches, I think. It's okay, it's okay, I don't care. And as you can see with CXC threads, the coverage isn't bad with one strand, so I'm definitely going to be continuing, and it's super relaxing stitching. It's really relaxing, and I think that 20 count may slowly be my favorite. And I am thinking about doing something different with this piece, and maybe just try to complete it like color by color, because despite that being a hate chart, it doesn't have a lot of confetti. We don't have like colors where we have like only 1-2 stitches and so on. I think that the lowest number is 86 stitches, so this is very much doable. So I am thinking if I just start with the black first, especially that here I have the gridding for the whole pattern. So let's see. But it's going to be happening. And for today, I thought that I am going to do something new. I start one, so but it's a not new, a new, but okay. So the thing is that 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was just looking at Carolyn Manning, and it's just like, I like her patterns. I like her patterns, but maybe not for now. I can just like get that and so on. Then it happened that I put 5. I already started 2, and today I am planning on starting the 3rd one, because the one that got me was, of course, the sweater weather, and that was stitched. I loved the pattern, but when I saw it stitched by Jessie Marie does stuff, I completely fell in love, and I am very much into this kind of 70s vibe. So I kept saying that this is like the autumnal vibe and so on, but no, it's 70s. It's pure 70s in here, and I'm living for that. So I think that there will be a lot of stitching like this one for me in the future. And I was already thinking, because these are just like the squares, and I was thinking, do I want to have that just framed? And there is like the idea kind of growing in my head. I don't know how's that going to work, if that's going to work, but I was thinking about doing more from the Shooting Star collection, because they are all the same size, and do them all on 18 count, and maybe later get the separate ones and do them as separate quilt blocks and make a quilt out of that, like a day blanket or something like that. Of course, in places where cats cannot get, but I will come back to this idea. So yeah, let's see. So I hope that you have a good stitch evening. I'm going to. So yeah, it's been 16 days already. Thank you so much for following along, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Hi everyone, it's Toby here. Today is the 17th of December 2024, and this is the 17th day of my Startappalooza. It's getting a bit difficult to go with new starts, because I have patterns that I want to start, but the thing is that the fabric that I want to do them on is in the UK. I'm here, they're there. So I'm going to be spending Christmas in the UK, so then I'm going to do some starts. So at the moment, I'm not giving up. I'm absolutely not giving up. So we'll be stitching, but not necessarily on the things that are my first choice. So let's see. Sorry for my wild hair. Just like after work, I had a nap. I think that I'm getting a bit sick. So it just like it knocked me out completely. And of course somebody was joining me, like a tiny fluff. And she loves sleeping on me, just like on my side. And sometimes I have a poisy in my hair, so just like, yeah, things were happening here. So yeah, today I am going to be stitching on something that I should have started and finished ages ago. This is one of the projects that I had chosen for my friends from the D&D group. So at the moment I left them. I left the group, I left the game. I am still with them, but I'm just not playing. My brain is just not in the right space at the moment, and I need to take care of some other things. So it's a bit sad, but I still love them and we're still friends. And this is something that I want to just like continue stitching. But first, let me show you what I did on Sweater Weather by Carolyn Manning Designs. So I started that yesterday. So this is what it's going to look like when it's done. And yesterday I was basically working on one color. And this is what I have done. So sorry for the end. So I was just like doing a bit here. I think it's like 80 stitches. Let me just quickly check. Yes, this is exactly 80 stitches. So this is what is funny, because I wasn't stitching as much as I would like to this month. This month is, I'm just like, I feel tired all the time, so it's just a bit difficult and things are happening. I am not at home, I am not like in the proper mind space in here, but still, just like I have pretty good numbers altogether, so I'm not going to complain. So that was Sweater Weather, and today I'm just going to show you the mock-up, or do I have a proper PDF? No, this is a... I got it on Etsy. I do not remember now the name of the designer. Let me just quickly check if I have that. No. No, this is strange. Maybe I just renamed it. Yes, of course that I renamed it. So this fantastic, and I have everything apart from the designer name. They are not there. I will need to check my Etsy, and I'm just going to put the name down below. Sorry for that. But let me just show you the mock-up. This is a dice sword for a person whose character was obsessed with big swords. And I'm going to stitch that on black 18 count Ada, so wish me luck. We know how well I do with dark fabrics, but I do hope that it's going to go easy. And I have to tell you that as much as I like all the starts and so on, I feel the need to have something finished now, or just to get into something and just continue. I hear the cat, I don't see the cat, so it's just, it's always worrying. So yeah, I am excited about all the starts, but I am also excited about the time where I can just like sit and stitch without thinking what I'm going to, if that's a new start, if I have that and so on. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on that. Just like I really need this Startappalooza and so on. It is said that if you don't start something, you're never going to have it finished. So yeah, this is what I'm doing at the moment. But you will see also quite a few starts now that weren't planned, but things were just like happening, but I will let you know when it happens. So thank you so much for following along, and I hope that you have a really nice stitchy evening, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Good evening, everyone. It's Dobby here, and this is Startappalooza, day 18. Can you imagine? It's just hitting me that I'm going to have the longest whip parade ever when I'm done with this month, so be prepared. I hope that I will be able to film it, edit and post it for a day that is usually a day off for everyone, so you will have time for that. So let's get to stitching and what I have done. So yesterday I was working on the sword that I will try to show you. Just like, doesn't show too well, but you get the gist. So this is just like a dice sword for one of my friends from the D&D group, and I am stitching that on a black Ada 18 count that is now covered in cut fur, and I'm stitching that with one strand of CXC floss, and I was working on this on the hilt yesterday, and I think that I managed to do again 80 stitches. Yes, exactly 80 stitches, which is almost 10%, so yay. This is not like a big pattern, so it should be done super quickly once I am just like working on that and so on. And but the rest of the evening yesterday I spent on just catching up on the No Time Like the Present by Modern Folk Embroidery. I really wanted to stitch on one of my whips. It just takes lots of new starts. This is absolutely amazing, but then you start missing your projects. So that's why also today I chose something a bit different. So it is not going to be your regular cross stitch pattern, but this is actually black work. And I got reminded of this pattern by Liz. She showed me that for the first time. I completely then forgot about it, but today I was just like going through something in our conversation on Instagram, and I saw this pattern and I was just like, okay, I need that, and I need to start it today. So this is a pattern by Claire Smith, Trunky Stitches, and is the black work raccoons. So if you know me, you know that I just couldn't pass it. Just like, no, I had to. And I'm just going to stitch that on, I have a piece of 18 count Ada. This is actually, I think that this is DMC actually. Yeah. Magic Guide from DMC. I had a few pieces like that prepared for something else that I am not definitely going to work anytime soon on. So just this piece of Ada and black 310 that I already lost. I had it 3 seconds ago. So yeah, I do hope that Peppa, the thread lover, hasn't found it and won't found it before me. So we are going to be stitching on that, and I was laughing because I am at the moment I sound better, but the whole day I was just sneezing. My nose is super runny, and it's just like I realized for like last 2 videos my nose was so super red. That was that. Plus yeah, so wasn't feeling my best. However, now I feel better, and I was laughing because we just like quickly jumped with my boyfriend to the shops, and I was just like, okay, I'm getting myself an energy drink because today I want to stitch. And I was just like looking at him and it's just like, and you know what? And I'm going to stitch until 11. It's just like, I'm so wild. I'm so wild. He started laughing so hard. Yeah, okay, sounds like a plan. Stitching until 11, yay. So probably I'm going to start on this raccoon pattern, and then I am going to move back to No Time Like the Present because I've been missing that and I would really love to have it finished. And I was already just like checking that, and I would like to have it finished by the end of September 2025. So if I want to do that, I would need to do... Hello back. So it just happened that my alarm clock just went off and it stopped the video. So yeah, coming back. So I did the calculations, and if I want to finish that by the end of September, I would need to do around like 97 stitches a day. Of course, I'm not going to, I am unable to work on that so regularly. But with this number, it seems doable. So let's see. Of course, this is like a very soft deadline. I am not going to be beating myself up if I don't do that. So just let's see how it goes. But today we are working on the raccoons, and then we are jumping back to No Time Like the Present. So I do hope that you have an amazing stitchy evening, that you are not as tired as me, and that you can really get some stitches in. So thank you so much for following along, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Hello everyone, it's Toby here, covered in floss, with my Startappalooza day 19, but with no new start, I think. So yesterday I was telling you about starting this amazing raccoon project. Let me just grab my tablet in here. It's black work, and I wanted to do that on a piece of 18 count Ada, but I started using, let me just show you what that's going to look like when it's done. So Amazingness by Trunky Stitches, and I started doing that with CXC thread, and unfortunately I needed to stop because as much as I love CXC thread as a coverage for the full coverage, it is not good for black work. It's too fluffy, it has like too much of a fuzz that is just dragging there, so it just doesn't look good. So I need to rethink that. I need to maybe choose another fabric, and definitely a different floss. Maybe I will go with something fancy. I have some fancy flosses somewhere, so I'll just grab that and think about that, but for the time being it just like goes away. And this is something that I was talking about recently, that as the fabric that I want to stitch the things that I want to stitch on is in the UK, and I'm going to be in the UK only on Sunday. Today is Thursday, so at the moment I am kind of pushing myself with the starts and not necessarily starting what I really want to start, and this amount of stitches as well burned me out a bit. Or not stitches, there weren't too many stitches, but the new starts, so it burned me out a bit, and I think that I'm also just like something is sneaking up on me, so just like my brain is tired. So I think that I need a bit of a break. I finished work earlier today. I had a bit of a nap. I had my therapy, then prepared stuff for dinner, had a long bath, and I was thinking a lot, and I think that I really crave some knitting at the moment, so this is what I'm going to do. Of course, that my brain wanted to just jump right into a completely new project, but I managed to stop myself. I dug through my stash and I found something that I actually started ages ago, and this is something that I'm doing with no pattern and so on, so let's see how's that going to end. But it's one of the most beautiful and softest, like acrylic threads, no piling, easy, just like the stockinette and so on. So I think that I'm going to continue with that. I think that I even started to, yeah, I already started like dealing with the armhole underneath, because it's knitted from the bottom up. It's been ages. I definitely was working on that. I don't even think that it was in my previous flat, it was in the one before. Don't remember now. Who knows, maybe I'm just going to start anew to know what I'm actually doing. But it makes me a bit more excited to just do something completely different and work on something completely different and just let my brain rest a bit. It's not that I'm burned out on stitching, but definitely on new starts for a moment. So I think that it may be the last video before Christmas. So to anyone who is celebrating, I wish you amazing time. I do hope that you spend it with people you love, and there is lots of joy, laughter, and all the good stuff. And I do hope that 2025 is going to be like a perfect year for us all. So happy stitching, happy knitting, and see you soon.